Okay, so the other day I was watching Nate Shot. Nate Shot? Nate Shot? Yeah, Nate Shot. I don't know his name. He was doing a 100 Thieves video with Will Neff, and they were both doing their Halo tier list. I saw some very terrible takes, some trash takes. As a Halo fan, I was offended. So, for me, it was important to set the record straight. I want to do a Halo tier list that is correct, that is right. In a world of subjective opinions, there's only right answers when it comes to Halo. So I will not let the name be tarnished. So I'm gonna show you what a true Halo tier list looks like. So what we're gonna start with is the Halo games themselves. Now, Infinite is on the list, but I haven't finished the Infinite campaign, so I'm not gonna consider this in the picks, of course, but I will maybe come back to this. We're gonna start in chronological order. And of course, that would be Halo Reach. Now, for me personally, Halo Reach is what started me on my Halo journey. It is everything that I love about Halo. It's where it came from. Great campaign with good emotional, characters, I loved everything about Noble Team. When they died, I felt that shit. Like, I really felt it. It made me cry a little bit. And then that ending mission, when like Emil died and you're fighting against the elites just as long as you can, no one has done it better than that. That is something that sticks with me to this day from this story. Multiplayer was awesome. We're not gonna talk about armor abilities, because what the fuck, but they made for some fun moments, I guess. But for me personally, it's a great game, honestly. It was the last Bungie game. They went out with a bang. I'll give them that. Now, Halo Combat Evolve. I missed the hype of I missed the peak of this game, I guess. I didn't get to do the Halo LAN parties. I was like 2 years old when this game came out. But I got to play it. I got to experience what is one of my favorite campaigns of all time. Multiplayer was fun. It had some great maps, Blood Gulch, Sidewinder, Hang 'em High. But like, I didn't get to experience that at its peak. So I feel like that would maybe like change my opinion a little bit, but regardless, I still appreciate the game. I recognize its significance. So this one's a hard one for me. I think I'm gonna put that alongside I'm gonna put it behind Halo Reach. For me, it's great, but it's not better than Halo Reach. Halo 2, this one, I didn't get to play Halo 2 for a very long time. The first time I actually got to play Halo 2 was like Master Chief Collection, so I got it in its remastered state in all of its glory, but it quickly became one of my favorite Halo games. Dual story with getting to play as Chief in the Arbiter. You got to learn about the Covenant, had all these great moments of like meeting the Gravemind. Like that was awesome. And multiplayer maps, it had Ascension, it had Lockout, it had, I'm pretty sure, Midship. It was Halo 2. So from a multiplayer standpoint, it had some of the best game modes and maps ever. They even introduced dual wielding for the first time, and who can appreciate that? This is a hard one. I'm gonna put it at great for now. And it's because of this game right here. Halo 3. I'm not even gonna overly explain this. That's a S tier game right there. It's an exceptional game. Story, gas. Multiplayer, gas. Forge mode, gas. Peak Halo esports, HCS, crazy. Like, it was the best Halo. Was that when you think of when Halo was in its prime, it's Halo 3. That thing pushed Xbox 360. It was the flagship game pretty much for Xbox. It deserves it. It really does. It ended a fantastic trilogy. Now this one is where Halo fans are gonna get a little upset about. I have never played Halo 3 ODST. I know. It's bad. I recognize that it is looked at fondly. But I'm gonna leave it here because I don't want to give opinion on it if I've never played it. I know it introduced Buck, who's like a great character. So I'll say I respect the game. I want to play it, but I'm gonna leave it here for now. Now, Halo 4. I absolutely love the story for Halo 4. It took a different turn. It tried to focus on an emotional story related to, Master Chief and Cortana, and I really cared. Like, I felt it the whole time. It had some low moments. The ending boss fight was kind of boring, and it was just a quick time event, so that was but that ending cutscene between Cortana and Master Chief, where she's saying goodbye and she dies, like that shit had me tearing up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. But on the other side of things is that multiplayer, that Call of Duty rehashed bullshit multiplayer. And for that, just for that alone, those loadouts trying to be something it wasn't, it didn't feel, it was Halo, but it wasn't. It was too much trying to be something else. And despite how good the story is for me, I gotta put it at average. It's not a Halo game I return to often, even when I have Master Chief Collection. And I only really would replay it maybe for like a legendary run through, honestly. This one right here, this I think, I already know how I feel about it because it was worse than Halo 4. I know that a lot of people are very fond of Halo 5's multiplayer, and I think it did do a lot to correct Halo 4's multiplayer. Like, they knew they messed up, 343 knew they messed up, so they were trying to fix it, and I think they did a good job. They introduced Truth, which is like the midship remake. They had some good maps in Halo 5, but it didn't stick with me. Like, I didn't continue to play it past its release, at least from a multiplayer standpoint. And the campaign, oh my god, that campaign pretty much undid all of the emotional heavy weight that Halo 4 gave me. It brought Cortana back when they didn't need to. They had a boss that appeared, like the Warden, that appeared like 10 times. I don't even know. I just got so sick of seeing him at that point, I lost count. Chief wasn't even in the game for what, like not even half the mission? So it went from a very personal, intimate story to one that tried to be a grander thing, and it fell short for me. All right, next is Halo weapons. Now, this one, I don't want to linger on too much because there's a lot of weapons that I just don't give a shit about, but there's some I give a lot of shit about, and they deserve their recognition, so I'm going to give it to them. I mean, what else do I say, you know? But this goes here too. Where is it? This goes here too. And this goes here too. This is the only correct S tier. I will not debate anybody on this. These 4 weapons are iconic. Simply iconic. This one's a personal one for me. Gonna go right here. Trash, terrible. This one's gonna go right here. D for DMR, you know. Magnum. This one's hard for me. If we're talking Halo CE Magnum, it could be up here. But most of the time, the Magnum, D tier. What other guns do I care about? Oh, the shotgun. Ooh, yes, A tier for sure. Spartan laser. I think that's a B tier. I've had some pretty fun, awesome gameplay moments with it. Oh, and then the gravity hammer, especially the Halo Infinite gravity hammer. I think Halo Infinite might have the best gravity hammer in all of Halo. It feels so good. Like, you really feel that shit. Brute shot, C tier. And honestly, those are the only guns I care about. Who cares about any of those other ones, you know? Oh, the Needler. I'm sorry. The Needler definitely deserves it. It deserves to be up there for sure. Okay, now this is one I created myself, and I tried to mimic the maps that they were doing in the other video, but I added some extras, some of my own personal ones to it. This is for not all the Halo maps because there's way too many Halo maps to go through, but this is for what I would consider the popular Halo maps from each game. Now, there's no maps from Halo 5, but these are mostly from Halos 1, 2, and 3. Some from Reach, some from Halo 4. So, you know, sorry, Halo 5. Just offer it. This is easy. Blood Gulch. I mean, I know this is where the Halo LAN parties happen. I remember in high school when we all had Halo CE downloaded on PC, we would play it in class and we'd do LAN parties in Blood Gulch. Like, when I think of Red versus Blue, Blood Gulch, like it's Blood Gulch is Halo. That is, when I picture Halo, that is it. Perfect big team battle map, CTF. So good. So good. S tier map. Guardian. That's an A tier map. That is a great competitive map. It has a great vibe to it. Like, I love it so much. Anytime that map is selected, I feel comfortable, I feel good, and I know it's just, you know your way around it. It's a great competitive map. Now, for me, Valhalla is a very good map. To me, it rides off of what makes things like Blood Gulch so good. And for that, it has its own uniqueness, but it's not as good to me as just Blood Gulch, you know? So I think I'll put it a B tier. It doesn't offer the same competitive spirit that I think that Guardian provides, but it sits at B tier. Now, Lockout, that is an A tier map. That is one of Halo 2's best maps. And honestly, while we're talking about Halo 2 maps, I'm gonna go ahead and throw, I believe this is the Heretic picture, because this is the Halo 3 version, but Midship Heretic, same map. Zanzibar, that's a hard one. That's one of my favorites right there. I mean, who doesn't love a big fucking windmill in the middle of just war, you know? I'm gonna put it in, like, because I like it better than I like Valhalla for sure. Same thing with Ascension. I might like Valhalla better. Yeah, I think that's a good spot. For me, Hingham High's a good map, but It's not my favorite. I think I put it at C tier. Yeah, C tier for sure. The Pit. Ooh, the Pit. I think people give a lot of praise to this map, and I do respect it. It's a good map, but I don't think it is as good as others make it out to be. So I'll probably put it at B tier. And this is where we get to the Halo 4 and Halo Reach maps. And I had to fish for these maps. You know, sword base. Great. I loved it for like Infection. It was a fun Infection. It was a good multiplayer map, just a competitive map too, but it's not better than Hang 'em High. And Exile. Halo 4 is like I only really rememberable like big team battle map, you know? So it was fun. Good. It was beautiful. It looked really nice, aesthetically pleasing. I'm gonna put it at C tier. That's where I think it goes. Well, that's it, guys. That's my Halo tier list. That is how I feel about general Halo opinions. What do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? These tier lists are up, you know, maybe go do them, try it, see how you think, and we can compare. But also at the same time, I don't want your opinion because I'm right. Sorry. No, I'm just kidding, guys. But be sure to follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, just to know when I'm going live and to see some of my other content. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Catch you in the next one.